And woo! We are live
We
on the
are
Henshins and Homies
live.
podcast. Oh my God, we have a third person. He's breaking it down. He's getting
Oh,
funky on us.
well, don't just stop. You
Oh,
better keep
oh,
going.
oh,
Oh, oh,
oh,
oh, oh.
oh, oh.
Oh my God.
We
Do the
have
saber dance. Do the saber
Jem
ED.
Frohorn.
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
hello. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to episode
Oh,
17 of Henshins and Homies. We're your
man.
hosts, Zachary, aka Sergeant Hooked on Heroes, and me, Frankie. And today
Yes.
we're being joined by this breakdancing legend over here, Paul Horn. How you doing?
Horn
What's
Jam.
good, everybody?
What's up, boy?
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Seriously, I'm so happy to be
Absolutely.
Of
here.
course, we're
It's an
so
honor,
grateful.
dude. You know, I've honestly, since the day we started doing it, I was like, I wonder if we could get Jem on here. He's like super chill and friendly. I feel like he'd be
Right.
down for it. And you were like busy
Absolutely.
with your stuff, and then Baby Tav, and then Toku's World Tours. I was like, I'm gonna let him do his thing.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I'm happy to be here. I'm so psyched, honestly.
We
I can't
wanted
wait
you
to
as a
talk
guest
about.
for a while now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm glad that we
Yeah.
can make it happen.
Absolutely. So yeah, if this is your first time watching, this is our show. It's what we do. We bring some guests on every week, community members, have some good times, strengthen our bonds, as Taro says. Give them some love, show off their skills, like Jem, who does awesome fan-made henshins. He does long-form videos talking about tokusatsu, like story, character arc, stuff like that. Skits and a bunch of different type of stuff. Very, very, quite very
Everything under
content.
the sun. And
Yes.
with amazing hair too. He always
Mhm.
got some amazing hair.
Well, and
color,
our goal,
hairstyle
Jen, is to
going
give
on.
you the love and the push you need, the pedestal, the spotlight, whatever you want to say, so that the
Thank
powers
you.
that be notice and are like, hey, why don't you come to Power Morphicon and host this panel? That's the dream. That's the dream we
Oh
want
my
for
God.
everybody.
That's
So-
our mission statement, guys.
Exactly.
We say this every episode.
But
Isn't
it's
that
just
so
if you ever
true,
wonder-
honestly?
there's really weird people that jump in on like the most newest episode or something and don't go back to like get any idea of what it's about. So
Right.
I don't know.
Like, this
Maybe
episode
guys
is
tell 'em.
someone's first impression of us. And we want to make sure that you guys feel welcomed. You guys have a good time because we're having a good time just talking to people about things that we love to discuss, you know?
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So today's topic is a fun one in general. So I'll briefly go over it, and then I'm going to hand things over to Jen to kind of introduce himself, his content, a couple things there. So basically today we are talking about, if you can't read, that's okay. I'll tell you about it. The daily life
right.
of a Tokutuber / our fave Sentai Mecha designs. So yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about. The more serious thing in the beginning, kind of like how Jem and I and Frankie got into it, mainly focusing on Jem and how he got into it, what he's passionate about with tokusatsu, maybe how becoming a parent had a different effect on that, change perspective and all of that. And then we'll eventually slide into talking about our favorite Sentai Mecha designs. This can be singular mecha, mecha formations, whatever you want to talk about. So yeah, and we have a share
Love it.
screen feature. If you want to show pictures, it's a really easy. It's present down there if you see it, and it lets you share screen and show exactly what you're looking at. So
Yeah.
that's how we'll
Beautiful.
handle that part. But Jem, you go ahead, and I would like you first to let us know a little bit about yourself, how you got into the whole game of making content, and why you're so passionate about Toku.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it really got serious around 2020 when we were all locked in our houses.
Mhm.
It was something where obviously you're spending a lot of time inside, so you're finding things to do. I had uploaded some videos to a channel that was under a completely different name, and I didn't really go anywhere with it. It was just something that I was just doing like here and there. I was working other jobs. But it wasn't until, like I said, we were locked in that I was like, let me start doing stuff a little bit more often and let me see if I can start making more content because I just love these shows. I love talking about these shows. And, you know, while my partner Sophia and I watch them together now and like she's into it, I don't have really anybody else in my life that I talk to Toku about.
Yeah.
My siblings have always known it because I grew up with watching Power Rangers, you know, but like they're not into Toku itself.
Right.
So like while they get like, oh, this and that in the Power Ranger world's going on, I can't be like, yo, Geets' episode this week was so crazy. Like they won't get
Yeah,
that.
because not many people know it. Yeah.
Right. So like it was something where while I did want to make content and like flex these other muscles because I'm just a creative person in general, it was also something where I really just wanted to find community and I wanted to talk to other people about the shows and get other people's opinions because I think perspective and opinions is a big thing for me personally, and I just love hearing other people's reasons for liking certain shows. And like even if I hate a show, I love hearing somebody else's reason because they probably have a really heartfelt reason, or maybe it's a silly reason, but regardless, I just love hearing people's reasonings for stuff. And and just getting, like I said, other people's perspective on things. Content for me has been like a wild ride. Honestly, it's one of those things where like I just started doing here and there, and it was fun, and like videos weren't like a job, but like now I feel like I really want to make content creation like a full-time thing for me. And that just means diving into like stuff that I wasn't doing a couple years ago when I started.
Outside your comfort zone, outside the box.
Absolutely. So like when I started doing stuff, I was just like, hey, let me review this toy, or let me talk about this one episode. And then I decided around the time in 01 where he was going to get 02. And I was like, I was talking to Sophia. I was like, yo, babe, like, I feel like if he's about to get his final form, which I mean, like, that's a conversation for like another time. If he's about to get his final form in this episode, why don't we react to it? Because like, I just want to remember us seeing this for the first time. So it was something that I was like, I'm going to just film our reaction to this real quick.
That's so cute.
And
that's so cute of you to have that kind of idea.
Are the most like adorable little Toku couple ever. It's my favorite thing. You guys are so pumped all the time, and it gives me so much happiness.
Whenever you guys make content together, it's amazing. Too.
Thank you. I appreciate that. She's awesome. But like when I did that, we reacted to it, and it like did really well on the YouTube channel, and it was one of the first times like a video had done really well within a time span of like 24 hours. So like I felt good about it, and like I don't know, things went well after that, and I was like, well, let's do more reactions, because like aside from it being content for the audience to see how other people react to these shows, I see it as myself documenting Sophia and I watching to these episodes week to week. And we don't really do it anymore week to week, but when we started doing it, it was every week. Let's film the new episode and see how we react to it, and our feelings right then and there when we're watching it live. Because, you know, like opinions change. Like it's a couple years now since 01. So I feel like if I watch it now, I'd have a completely different opinion, or maybe my opinions have evolved, or maybe they've matured or whatever. But like, I don't know, documenting that first reaction when you're watching something just like was appealing to me. And like, I've always been into like documenting things, and like, I really like that angle of like documentaries and like interviews and just like the real aspect of stuff. And documenting Sophia and I watching Toku has just been like part of the journey. And then all the things that come with that, just like henshining on TikTok and like whatever else, like so many other things that I just want to do, you know?
Oh my goodness. For sure. So I was thinking of things to talk about, and I want to talk about two of my very favorite things you've ever done content wise. Number one, and this is a far back reach, but still it's good stuff. On your TikTok is where I originally found you guys. And your legendary ass series where you did a Henshin / a Morphidae to get Rosie freaking O'Donnell to notice you. And then she did. Didn't she comment or somebody, whatever?
She followed me on TikTok. Yeah. It was one of those things where like I just wanted to be active on TikTok. I wasn't really, you know, because like I was doing week-to-week stuff on the YouTube channel. So like every day I was like, what am I doing on the day-to-day with content? Like I'm not really doing that much. And on TikTok I was like, well, I've uploaded like a more for like a henshin here or two, and like I've uploaded like a silly video or whatever. But I was like, I want to do something every day. Like I just want to do something every day. And at the time, like Rosie O'Donnell was just like on TikTok, and everyone was like, yo, Rosie O'Donnell's on TikTok. And I was like, this is so random. And you know what's even more random? Me asking her to like notice me, like for like doing morphs or henshins.
Oh my god!
And it was just something that like I don't know.
What you would have done if she would have responded with her own?
I would have cried, dude. Like I would have been so overwhelmed.
Dude, what did it like 8,000 times?
Literally though, just like crying, bawling my eyes out.
I'm the one that made them do that.
Like the thing in dying with the fake the CG tears.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god!
It's funny because like in every video I would say I love you, Golly, or something, and everyone was like, "What's Golly?" Like nobody got it, but it was just she played this character in this movie Harriet the Spy back in the day. It was like a Nickelodeon or like
love that movie.
Yeah, and
that's one of my favorite movies, actually.
Yeah, she plays like a nanny, Rosie O'Donnell, and I just related to that character and like who she played, and I was like, wow, like I love that character. That's all I know Rosie O'Donnell for, really, honestly. So when I did that, I was like, I'm gonna call out that character that I know her from, or like that from that movie. And it was just something super silly.
That one time.
Yeah, literally. And it wasn't anything super crazy, or like I didn't have. Wait, okay, no, I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot of dedication to that series, But it wasn't like a serious thing. Like I wasn't like
How many days
dying.
did it go? That's what I was trying
It
to
was like
figure out.
22 or 23 days.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was really worried because I wanted to do all rider belts just to like like spread the common rider love to the U.S.
Mhm.
But at some point I was like running out of belts, and I was
Yeah.
like, all right, I gotta start using some henshin changers and stuff. So like, hashtagging Power Rangers on TikTok is like like almost like winning the lottery sometimes.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
that is such a good. If
Every
you're a
single one.
creator,
Put up
hashtagging
videos
Power
about it.
Rangers,
I just
you're
put it
talking
on.
about
Yeah, to get
Sentai, you're
viewers
talking about
from-
Rider. Yeah, dude. Hashtag Power Rangers. It's such a good move.
Oh wow.
That's amazing. So that one, and then your recent Gokaiger video, because I'm also a giant
Oh.
Gokaiger fan.
Hell
So
yeah.
I saw your video about it, and I was like, oh shit, Gokaiger and Gem. Because every time I see that, it's a notification from you. Because like
Yeah.
you guys, put some time and like love and effort in your videos, so it takes a little bit. It's not like boom, boom, boom every day. Like some people are able to do that, and
Quality
you guys put
over
like a lot
quantity.
of time.
Thank
And
you.
so I was like, oh shit, new video. Oh my god, this. And I watched it, and just like overall amazing video, and like many points I was close to tears until I got to the part where you talked about having Lil Tav with you while you were watching it again, and I was like,
Wow.
just
And I bet
like
you can
losing
relate.
it.
I bet you can relate on a special level because you're also a dad and you also
Right.
have kids.
Well,
Yeah,
and
that's
that
what
they
makes a
they
person
also like as far as what they were into it, because they're a little older as far as like Tab, it's like colors, right? But for
Mhm.
them, because they're like 2 and 3, they like kind of know it's a show. They don't fully get it.
awesome.
Especially because it's like Japanese and they can't read English yet, so the
Right.
subtitles mean nothing to them. But
Right.
they are digging the music, and they
Love it.
always want to play with the changers and the belts all the time.
That's so cute.
And actually, one of the Mecha I have to show you it came from their room because I gave it to them for Christmas. Like it was mine, and I was like, they like this so much, I might as well give it to them.
I
don't have any room
love
to
that.
display it. Just give
I
it to
love
them.
that.
And they love playing
I'll
with
do
it. But
that
yeah,
for here.
we'll be in the car, and I'll be like, okay, buddy, what song you want? Down Brothers. I'm like, okay, cool. Hell
Don
yeah.
Boo, baby. Play that Don Boo,
Would
Dad.
you ever think like in 10 years, like if you could talk to yourself 10 years ago, would you ever believe that your kids are over here asking for a Sentai theme in the car while you're driving?
Probably not. I would be really confused about time travel first, but secondly, no, I would not be.
All right.
I would be like,
all
what?
right.
Huh? Really? Are you sure?
I'm like, Zach, answer the question.
And it's such a unique thing too, because like with him and Fee, they both are like into it, right? Like watching Toku together, whatever. My wife, completely different interest on that. She's with it with Star Wars, Marvel, and a few other things, and that's just not her bag, and that's totally fine. She respects it, and like she'll here and there, I'll be watching, oh, who's that? Or oh, that actor's good looking, whatever, and like. So that's why I do the content personally, is so I don't have to keep dumping on her. Oh my God, Geets this week did blah 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 blah. And like
Right.
when she's not as into it. So that's
great.
kind of the special thing, like you said, connecting with people and seeing their perspectives on stuff is really fun. Getting like a comment where they're like, "Hey, I like that part too," and you're like, "Wow, thanks for commenting
Especially
and talking about it."
Yeah.
especially from people who aren't always so familiar with this kind of stuff,
Exactly.
Like I like to get my friends. I've been thinking of asking my friends about their thoughts on the new Cosmic Fury suits, because
Mm.
even though like everyone in the community is like, ew, no padded muscles, I feel like if someone who doesn't really know how Toku suits usually look saw those new suits, they'd probably look at it with a different perspective and think like, oh, they look like normal superheroes.
I've seen a few posts where
Right.
people are opposite and that don't know anything are like, "Oh, what's that?" So that makes me sad because I don't like
Yeah.
despise them, but like there's some work to be done.
I'm like on the fence too. I don't really know where I'm at with them. I just like I'm leaning towards not liking them. I'm being like honestly like I don't really like them, but I have to see them in the show because I don't know if they're gonna like make them a little like touch them up in post and make them look a little nicer for the
Yeah.
show.
Well,
Like
I'll be honest. Since that,
We'll see.
Zachary and I recorded this 16.5 episode on his channel, and we were
Talking about Hasbro Pulse, yeah.
Right, we were
Okay.
talking about the Hasbro Pulse fan stream,
mhm.
and we had some very strong thoughts about those padded muscled suits. But since that
Yeah.
has been posted, new photos have been released by
Of
the
course.
actors: Kai Moya,
Yeah.
Chance Perez, Russell Curry. Russell Curry, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was like naming someone else, but yeah, they have been posting photos of their suits from a white backdrop and like professional studio lights. I'll be
Right.
honest, they're growing on me just a little bit more because I feel like in
Yeah.
the reveal video they're kind of like they're not in the best lighting.
I
Yes.
think
and the colors look a little wash and flat.
I
stuff
think
like
it
that.
was a bad idea for them to let the actors used like a phone camera or whatever camera that was
Yeah, 'cause
garbage.
that-
It would have made
I-
anything
yeah.
really
not
didn't
look
do
good.
the suits
Why
justice.
Like,
couldn't
it was
somebody else
exciting,
film it for them? Yeah.
But it was like at the same time the excitement instantly died down when it was like potato quality,
Yeah.
comparatively to what we normally get.
Well,
yeah.
I'm thinking about it from the aspect of like it's a suit reveal essentially, and like they've shown
Right.
them before for like pictures and stuff like that, but like the actors are wearing them, so you'd think they'd film like an actual like preview or like something where like
Yeah.
we're taking off the
Hey
helmets. and,
guys,
like,
this is what
something
we're new
official,
Power today.
like the
something
actors.
badass like that.
Yeah, I don't know,
We're
but
so spoiled by freaking press
But, like, at the
conferences with
same
Sentai
time-
Rider.
Right,
Yeah.
like Sentai does it in a completely different way. You get like a whole stage reveal. Like I remember for Dawn Brothers and how they had like 2 different trailers for the series that wasn't even how how the series was in terms of theme. Like they just do some goofy stuff like that. And then Power Rangers is like, guys, guess what? Like it's
Hey,
not
yo.
like
no,
no,
got my
but
camera.
at the same time, like I don't mind them revealing it that way because
Yeah.
we love the cast so much,
Yeah.
and especially their chemistry.
And that's another
right?
part of it too.
So I
Yeah.
feel like Hasbro really wanted to sell like a whole like because like nowadays you get a lot of videos from a phone, and I feel
Yeah.
like Hasbro saw that and thought like, okay, what if the cast revealed it as if it was like an Instagram story, like, hey guys, check it out.
Yeah.
Cute idea.
Yeah.
Because we get to see the cast's chemistry and like see these new suits and from their perspective, but
Yes.
not great to really
Yes.
showcase the suit in
Yeah.
detail because again, not the best lighting.
Now,
they look very
I
Yes.
will say it's pretty undisputed online. The consensus: the weapons are fucking beautiful.
They're fire.
The
That's a whole
original
other story.
weapons,
Yeah.
holy moly,
They're fire.
I'm-
especially
There you
the
go.
because
Yeah.
in that suit reveal you didn't really see the weapons, but
Yeah.
with those media photos that I was talking to you about that the actors posted,
Mhm.
they're posing with the original weapons and
Yeah.
yes,
like they
Kinda
look so
badass.
good.
Yeah.
That's what Power Rangers can do right. Like if Power Rangers can do anything, it's make good original weapons because we've been seeing that for a while now.
They
And
really
I
have
think
been
back
doing
to
it.
Beast Morphers, right? And I think back to Beast Morphers and how they had like so many more weapons since Goldbusters didn't really offer too much as far
Yeah.
as like collectibles. They said, okay, we're gonna take it and use the material to create our own weapons, like the Cheetah Beast claws. The Cheetah Beast blaster, really basic names, but there's
the gun
still
to
really
shoot so we
creative-
can slash with the sword.
Yeah.
Well, Dino Fury does that too.
I know.
There's so many. They call a gun to slash. They call a
Yup,
sword
yup.
to shoot. Like I don't
Yup.
get it. But anyway, the original weapons look really good, and I'm really happy
Yeah.
to see how nice they came out because
Yeah.
And apparently
illustration
Zato
one
is just
thing,
catch these
but
hands. Apparently Zato as Zenith Ranger is just
I
catch
wouldn't
these
even be
hands.
surprised if Zato had like some superpower that like
Yep. I was just
like,
thinking
energy field or something like
orbs
that,
or
'cause he-
something.
Right, like Morphin Master energy or something. Like,
Yeah,
what
I'm
do you
guessing
reckon?
that's what we're going. The direction for him is like Morphin, not exactly Morphin Master, but like one of
Interesting,
the
yeah.
emissaries or something like that. Like he's
Right, right,
almost
right.
at that level, and that's why he had to make Amelia red because it's like, okay, I've ascended a little bit. I can't really be stuck to this mortal
I'm
pain.
more than red.
Right.
Man.
Yeah.
I also
So-
wonder what this means, like opening the door. And we'll go back to our original topic in a
Yes.
minute, but I just want to like get this one last thought in. Like,
Yeah.
It happens every
If
episode,
we're-
Jim. It's just natural.
I totally get it.
I
No
mean,
worries
like,
at all.
this- we can obviously the main 2 topics are what is listed in the title, but we're always free to just open the floor and just talk about random stuff.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this
Yeah.
podcast. We can just have fun. But yeah, so I'm really curious to see what Power Rangers does in the future because having a red and having a mentor be so strong together in one team, like what is this gonna mean? Because I think back to Zenkaiger and how Kaito is the leader. He's white, and there's still a Red Ranger, like Red Ranger
Right.
on their team.
Right.
So we're starting to realize that red doesn't mean leader, or at least not like the leader. You could still have a red and then also have another mentor leader figure on the team as well. Now, this isn't taking away anything from Amelia, who definitely is a good Red Ranger. Just from the way that she was, posing with that red suit, like I can tell that she's really
And the
gonna be
artwork too. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
girl
I
boss
would
of
have
the-
probably
yeah.
quicker accepted thematically and like story wise Izzy personally because I feel like there was more instances of her like taking charge and like doing things that maybe a leader would do. Amelia to me hasn't given me a ton of times where she's like, I'll
Okay.
lead the team. you know.
I know what
But
you mean.
Yeah.
A lot of
I
people have
get
been
it
talking
from a
about
story
this.
perspective reason of like her being like Amelia being spoilers, duh, but being Ravkonian and like being a part of that whole thing. It's like, okay, Zato
what?
can't be
No, just
what?
no, just
I,
kidding.
Jem, I'm
Jem,
sorry.
Can you imagine?
Jem, I would have cried. I'm so sorry.
At this point, Jem, you should have known.
No.
That
It's funny
ain't
'cause
our
I
fault.
haven't-
You should have been caught up.
I
Netflix
haven't
ain't
seen the
that
last few
expensive.
episodes, but I just know, just because how
Yeah.
could you not know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
we're up
but
to
I did just wanna
Cosmic
joke
Fury at
around.
this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no. I'll just say this one last thing, even though I just said
Sure.
that we'll move on to the original. I'm like, by the way, yeah, I
But wait, there's more.
kinda see why people don't really want Amelia as a Red Ranger, mainly because she hasn't shown too much in her character to deserve that kind of title.
Mhm.
I see her more of a leader as Izzy, because Izzy's literally still in high school. Like, I think she's canonically 17 to 18 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine her like leading a whole team as Red Ranger.
Sure.
I can think back to a lot of episodes where she just made mistakes and she corrected them, but you know, she
She's
isn't
still learning and
as
growing. Yeah. Yeah.
assertive as a leader as well. You know, like I think back to her. I think back. To her bickering with Ollie. You know, like I not Ollie. Who was it? No, yeah, it was Ollie about like her chemistry
She bicker
stuff.
with her
Yeah,
brother
yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
Everyone's
oh,
bickering
yeah.
with Ollie at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I can see why Amelia is a better fit for Red. I mean, they just wanted to have a girl Red, and out of the two, Amelia is the better choice.
I feel like there's going to be some things within Cosmic Fury we're going to see that's going to set up everything of our questions of everything this right now. I feel like with the whole metal arm thing on Javi, like what that means and where we're going, like I don't think it's going to be
Right.
him getting his arm severed. People need to calm down. We're not going to go that far.
Yeah, no.
They're
But I
going
could see
Amazon's
him-
on us.
That dark,
I could
yeah.
see him getting they're all getting their collective asses beat by Zed, and him getting like critically injured really badly, and
Mhm.
thinking, "Oh God, I'll never play guitar again," and blah blah blah. And then the new powers fix that sort of, and the way they.
still around.
I'm assuming. I mean, she didn't die, so I mean, I don't know.
She should. Imagine she just dies.
Yeah,
No.
It's like, I was gonna go and just get destroyed by Zed. Jesus Christ.
Sacrifices herself.
What if his arm is from Solon? Like
Oh
not
my
made by her, but
God.
from her.
Oh
Parts
my
from her.
god!
And like that's
Before
a
she dies.
sacrifice.
He
Oh,
lives in
wow.
you.
That's
Honestly,
That's
the writers
good.
should be listening.
that's good.
They
You should be on that
taking notes.
staff so they can be less entirely white.
So another topic that I want. Yeah. I'm not ready to talk about that right now.
Yes.
Not yet. Not yet.
Time
We
for
can save
another
that topic
day.
for another
Beauty.
day later. Yeah.
So going back,
Uh,
changing tracks here.
Now we're going back to the original
Yes.
topic.
The other thing I was going to say related to all this creation of content and everything, I was wondering, because I know how it affected me, but how with you guys being new parents, how did the perspective change both in like how you consume the toku and how you create the toku content change with Baby Tav? Sorry.
No. It's okay. It was just
Our
that
whiskey?
sip of water. That sip of water. I just like it's watching it has been harder. Honestly, it's like the desire is there, but but it's like it's hard to find the time because once we're only in month 5 into this.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that deep into this. We're only in month 5, so like Sophia and I are still learning from our baby.
Month 5
like
of
she's
Geats?
no of parenthood.
Tav.
Oh,
baby.
I'm like, wait, where did the time go? I'm
No,
like,
yeah.
wait.
We've only
Oh.
had a child for five months, and like babies are constantly changing, and like there's not like a set routine. Like she's always doing something different. Recently, she's just been yelling at me and like pinching my face and like trying to like eat me and stuff. There's just like a whole. It's constantly changing. So like it's hard to find like a rhythm and a routine and balance that with like how I was making content before.
Sure.
Let alone watching it, because that's like the other half of like making content. I have to watch stuff in order to make stuff. Personally, for me, and everything I say today on this podcast, I'm just speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for any other creators. Obviously, like if you're a content creator and you're also a parent, I'm also not speaking. This is just me. I can't speak about anybody else.
Sure.
But just like finding time to do that for us has just been hard. And I have to watch Toku in order to write a script to make a video for the Gokaiger one. Like I had to watch that movie. I had to watch the behind the scenes because I can't just go off an idea that I have. Like if I have an idea for a video, I can't just be like, all right, I'm just gonna write this script because I've already seen Gokaiger. I have to go back and rewatch episodes. I have to go back and rewatch this movie so I can have this like fresh perspective of what I want to talk about. That's a little insight about me, obviously, but like a
little behind the scenes.
Yeah, so like watching Toku for me, although it is escapism and it is something where I just love losing myself in these worlds, it is also like research to an extent for me, or like inspiration and like finding that muse to write a script for a video essay or for whatever else I'm doing.
And that takes time. That takes a lot of time.
And it also takes a lot of focus, which it's hard when I'm just like trying to do stuff and then the baby's like and I'm like, what do you want? You ate, I changed your diaper, we're chilling, everything's fine. And she's just like and like freaking out. It's just it's hard to do,
especially stuff. Newborns. Like newborns need a lot of attention.
Yeah, man. It's very crazy. And I love it. Honestly,
speaking
like
from experience as a father.
You know what's good. But I've always wanted to be a parent. I've always wanted to be a dad. So like actually doing it now, like even the roughest days, even when I want to pull my hair out, it's still like the best, and I love her so much. You know, it's amazing, but it does take away from time I would be making content or watching stuff or whatever.
Sure.
Sophia and I have been working on this specific video. I'm working on like 5 different videos that have been like months in the process. You guys obviously know of one of them, but like the other thing is that like we're also trying to, I don't want to give too much away of what I'm doing, but like we're also trying to do this thing where like we talk about certain seasons and we're trying to watch all of those seasons in succession and kind of like jot down notes. And like it's been taking us over a year now,
gonna take a
just
long
because
time.
it's just one of those things where like I want to make sure we do it right, and we talk about the shows when we're watching them, and it's hard to watch a 50 episode show, let alone when you have a baby, so I don't know.
No, I get that. Myself being like I won't even say a bit, an absolute perfectionist. I like look back at some videos, I'm like, oh my god, like I had these videos I did at one point that were like not exactly history of, but just talking about a season in depth or whatever.
Yeah.
And I did one about Build, and I remember at one part of it, I mentioned a story beat that didn't happen that exact way, and I watched it back, and I was like, oh, because I already uploaded it, So then the next video, I had to correct myself right away.
No,
but you're right. It
time.
has to kind of shift itself with parenthood and everything. And Frankie, I know you kind of understand this to an extent with like younger family members and stuff like that, and like how like parents have
a niece and a nephew.
Yeah, and you made the helmet, right? Didn't you make a helmet for your nephew?
Yeah, I made 2 helmets.
Yeah.
Well, technically, like one helmet's for my nephew, and then the other helmet's for my niece. But I gave it to my nephew for now. It's the revised helmet. And whenever she grows up, I hope that he gives her.
We'll see about that.
That's so
pink
cute.
One. She should have the pink one.
Yeah,
Right.
But yeah, you got to be creative with your time. Like for the longest time, I've fallen into a habit of, and this will eventually, I promise you, being a little farther ahead, Jim, she will fall into a sleep schedule, and she will eventually take naps, and be asleep for longer than 30 seconds at a time. I promise.
Right.
So that's what you got to do. Like my kids, they around like noonish or so go down for naps. It's recording time, baby. Boom, jump in there, get my reviews done, whatever I can get done. Boom, get them out of the way, and then I'm done with them, and then I can later upload, and get them up on my free time when they're in bed or whatever.
Father by day, Tokutuber by night.
That's right.
This summer.
Only in Japan.
Stop. Because we fly to Japan.
Which is where we watch it. That's where we go. We fly every day to go there.
We go to Japan all the time. The
Toei Studios.
At the airport's like, oh, new episode. I'm like, yeah. and they just let me on.
Real quick,
oh
just real quick. I had an example real quick, just because like you guys know fan henshins.
Yes.
Whether it's in your bedroom or if you're doing it outside somewhere else, they take time because
yeah,
it's just gimmicks themselves sometimes. Just like if you're trying to get a certain shot, like it takes time.
These people on the show have a whole team. They got the camera. They got the prop people. They got everyone. We're doing it on like a one-man show. This is the producer,
love to see
the
choreographer. We're in universe. They screw up the henshin. I would absolutely.
They've done it a billion times.
But just to like how you would in making a henshin video. That would be beautiful. Like not get it the right way, or like quick.
You know Ui from Ui, right, from Ryu Soldier, bless her soul. She like how she had a YouTube channel. She
Mhm.
probably would have like pretended to Ryu Soul change and messed up
Right.
too. Oh man.
Right.
Yeah.
But doing stuff like that, it's like before having a baby, it was like Sophie and I, let's find a park, let's find this really cool spot, we'll film it. Whether it's me doing the
Guys have
henshin or
the
if it's her
best
doing the
filming
henshin,
locations. Oh my
we
god, they're
we
so cool.
thank you, because recently I've been like, we're filming around like similar spots or like they look similar. So I've been trying to
So
change
does
it.
Okay,
it
and
I
what?
appreciate you
genre.
saying
So
that.
does Toku.
Okay, and
Shoot.
what? Do
True,
it again.
true.
And again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. But like it was obviously way easier, but literally like ever since we had a baby, it's been obviously harder to watch Shogu, it's been harder to make content. But the one thing that hasn't stopped is that like if I want
The
to go
love,
out
the drive.
and film a henshin, like we'll still do that and we'll bring Tav with us. It's crazy. The other day, a couple weeks ago, I posted a picture of like the cast and crew of this new project I'm doing. And it's literally just me, Tav, and Sophia, because that day it was just I wanted to film. Like I was just really inspired to do something. And I was like, let's go out. And like we love taking walks in the park with Tav and her stroller. So like it was just one of those things where we're just on a walk. But then I was like, all right, I'm gonna film here and I'm gonna do this, and we're gonna film here and I'm gonna do this. And you know, like she takes a nap sometimes. So like if she falls asleep, Sophia will like film something real quick. And like it's just it's really cool to see how like stuff has changed a lot, but like that aspect of us, like going somewhere and like being outside and filming something, because like I love doing Henshins outside, and like that's kind of evolved into what I want to do now with like these little like short fan films that I really want to get into.
You're one with you. Who is your awesome bro that did the fucking Buffa Henshin? Holy shit, that was some of the coolest shit you've ever done.
Oh, me and
that was so cool. Yeah.
Outside? Oh yeah, that fan henshin was cool. So okay, so that was a great example too. Tav was in the background for that. There was actually a moment where I was filming Carl do his henshin, and then we are like, all right, Carl's done. We got his side of the stuff. Let's shoot my stuff, because I was Ace. I was doing Geets. And then Sophia started filming me. But when she started filming me, Tav took a shit. So we were like, okay, she's pooping right now. We have to change her. We can't just leave her in a dirty diaper.
No,
and
we were like, grunts in the video.
He's a good parent, guys.
We were just like a little far from our car, so we were like, damn, we're really gonna have to like bring up camp, and like we had the stroller, we had everything, so we had to walk over to the car. We changed Tavish real quick, and then we went back, and I was just trying to rush because like the sun was going down, so like lighting and all that, I needed that continuity. So I was just like, all right, let's change the diaper, let's freaking go. Carl and I are like lifting the baby stroller, we're going, and then we eventually got it done. But like it's shit like that where like there's an extra layer to filming outside now, like where the baby's there, and like if she's not okay, like I'm either filming by myself or like, you know, we're prepping a bottle in the park or something. And I don't know, I'm about to put out this new short that I can't talk about, but I'm trying to keep it under wraps for a little bit. But I'm gonna release this soon.
Jump, please, feel free.
It's one of those things where like
clip right now. You're gonna play.
I do have the video edit. I can play it if you want.
Now he's an exclusive.
But it's one of those things where like you would never know that there was a baby crying 2 feet away from me in this thing that I'm putting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I luck out because I do mine. My garage has basically become my studio. That's where I'm at right now. That's where my collection is, where my studio pretty much is, where I record anything.
Hell
so,
yeah.
You gotta get like a backdrop. You gotta like find the bars to put a backdrop, because I feel like your garage has so much space to put
probably
the lights.
Probably eventually. Yeah. So it's interesting because then you got like the baby. I'm sure you guys have like baby monitors and stuff. So like I bring them out here when I record. So usually they're all chill or whatever. But of course, being kids, there's sometimes they're either A, freaking out, or B, and you have to have the volume up to hear them. So like I'll be out in like serious mode over here trying to do my henshin, then I'll be almost about to hit it, like, oh, I hit that pose, and all of a sudden you hear and like and one time, oh my god, I had the Desire driver. I had just gotten it the day before. I'm like, okay, here we go, filming this henshin. I literally almost got it done, right? And I go to like activate the buckle, you know, to do this whole ace henshin. And as soon as I press it, Shepard started making a noise, and it completely scared the shit out of me. And I dropped my Desire driver on the ground. And I was like, ah! Didn't break.
So where can we see that?
Are you filming it, please?
In the deleted space, wherever.
No, you better go back
in the memory
trash and get it from there, because I need to see it.
But yeah,
it's funny to have like bloopers at the end of stuff.
Yeah,
to, like,
bloopers are the best.
See the process.
Absolutely.
That one video of like that girl who was like trying to henshin with like the the Geats, not Geats, Zio, guy.
The Jiku driver.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gates.
Like
Yeah.
The gate. Yeah.
Gates, like yeah.
Yep.
She was trying to do it, and it kept failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people found that funny. So I think a lot of Tokutuber should like.
There was a time
bloopers
I
just to make it
recorded a
relatable.
review when I was reviewing on my Toku Toy View series, the revised driver when it came out, and I literally, oh my god, I was like losing it because I kept recording. I'm like, what the fuck? It's not activating anything because you know how it works. Duh. Like the things make noise and so does the driver sometimes. The driver wasn't doing a damn thing. I'm like, what the hell? And Hannah was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. The kids were not there. They were at their parents, whatever, her parents. And I was like, she's like, what's going on? And I explained. She goes, well, make sure you got everything in. You need batteries. And I'm looking, and I didn't even turn the goddamn driver on. So it's just like, that's probably why it isn't making any of the fucking lights or the noises or anything, because I'm an idiot. Oh, it's so much fun. But it makes you feel so cool. No, I was going to bring that up. Dude, Jen, your Henshin poses. Holy shit. I am so jealous of every one of them. Like I try. When I do one, I'm like, how would Jem do it? I need to do it as good as he does it. If I do it less than that, everyone's going to laugh at me.
Thank you, dude.
He's like
I
looking through his page. He's like, okay, so how would I do
Yes. Because dude, I'll do them like fucking in like public and shit. Like I used to work at a Gordon it's called Gordon Food Service, or like a grocery store basically. I used to work in the freezer, so I'd be by myself a lot. So I just be practicing shit in the fucking freezer where nobody can see me anyway.
Love that.
Like one time I jokingly did a rider kick and I hit the door and it went open and my boss was like, what's going on? I'm like, nothing.
Is that why you don't work there anymore? He's
I
like, yeah, we gotta get this karate dude out of here.
Got fired because he was trying to do a Vulcan Henshin in the walk-in. You're just like,
literally.
Is someone dying in there? Call the police.
Someone like ordering some chips and the cashier. They're like, is everything all right back there?
What's going on?
She's like, yeah, it's just Zach.
This just moves into Kamen Rider. It's the show.
Yeah. And then they like do like a Henshin too.
Yes,
he does this.
I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake fan for trying to do that.
No joke. Like Jem talked about how like Fee is like the main person in his life that watched the shit with him, right? And like can talk about it and like is interested, right? Same thing pretty much, like you guys and like one other friend in my life. But I was legit at work. It's funny you made that joke right there. And it was at Gordon's before I left. I'm scanning stuff, whatever, and it was summer, so I had short sleeves, whatever. And the person came in that I knew from like my like early college years, was a friend of my wife. She went to high school with him. And he sees my tattoo and he goes, "Oh, do you watch Kamen Rider?" And I was like,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Imagine you said
what?
No.
What? I was like, yes. He goes, yeah, dude, I've seen bits of Forza. I'm like, you know who it is?
Love that.
Dude,
it's always such a shock when someone knows more than like Power Ranger.
Yes. If they're
it
like,
means that they try just a little bit harder to get into the franchise. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. We got to fight in Japan every week. So,
Yeah. Even Ultraman. If someone's like, I know Ultraman, I'm like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. That's Toku. Thank you.
Let's talk about it.
Well, yeah, literally.
That's one that we made a promise to each other and to our like viewers in general to get into more, is to watch a season or two of Ultraman so we can be a part of that as well. I don't want to buy the toys. I can't.
I get it.
I gotta keep it to Sentai and Rider.
Like
but
I get it. Shelf of it.
I get it.
We gotta
honestly
regulate our money.
All right. So I think we've talked a lot about the creating the Toku content stuff. We've gotten some awesome things from Jem. I love getting the behind the scenes things about
the
how
dad
you do
stories
stuff.
and all.
Yes, and just the passion, and like, and Absolutely. You know what? I don't want you to ever stop saying your little, not a lot of special effects, but a whole lot of passion, because it's so true, damn it.
Thank you.
Of you, and I hope myself and others too. Like it just spoke to me when I heard that for the first time. I was like, hell yeah, you're right. Like I don't have all these special effects and stuff, but like absolutely, like I'm better now where I jump cut edit it so it looks like I put the belt on and stuff, and I have the sounds from the show that plays sometimes, but like. I don't have like special effects going on in the background. John Toy's like, here you go. Here's all the CG.
Right. Yeah. And I think that's the heart of that line. It's like, that wasn't even planned. I was just like, I want to say something because I'm just staring at the camera after I henshin, and it was
one of those rider catchphrase or like,
that's what people comment too. They're like, yo, that's your catchphrase if you ever blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's kind of funny because like, I was really just saying it because it's just the truth. Like, I don't have any, like the visual effects that I can put Yeah, right. Exactly. I don't do a lot. And honestly, like video filming, editing, all this stuff that I do now, like it's all new to me too. I've only been doing it seriously for the last couple years. So like I feel like even
That's
there I'm
new to
pretty
you.
novice. You know what I mean? So like
Right.
I feel like I'm just like, hey, I don't really know what I'm freaking doing, but I got the passion for it. Like the passion
It's
in
a learning
spades,
experience.
you
There's a
know?
learning curve to it, but the more you do
Yeah.
it, the better you get at it. And as long as you're having fun, that's what's important.
Yeah, and I
Exactly.
think the biggest thing about it is like I only continue to do it and try harder because I love this genre, this freaking franchise, whatever you want to call
So, the friend you did the Buffa one with, Buffa and Ace, does he
Yeah,
watch any
Carl.
of this?
it. Carl, yeah, absolutely, Kaiju
Does he?
Carl.
Oh,
yeah.
that's what that was. Oh
Kaiju
shit!
Carl.
Yeah, Kaiju Carl, that's him.
I love that name, Kaiju Carl.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
If
so
my
cool.
name was Carl, I'd probably have that name too.
Yeah.
yeah, that's him. I
Yeah.
like we found out that we didn't live that far from each other when we did some Team Kamen Rider live streams
Oh,
together.
that's so cool.
And we were just
get
like,
to,
yo,
like,
let's meet up
see
and
each
hang out. So we do like dinner sometimes. We like hang out. We're just like friends.
Oh,
Yeah, and then
that's
the one
Your
day,
bestie?
yeah,
stuck
yeah.
over here in Michigan, all cold
He's
winter.
literally like a 45-minute drive from me. So like, like I said, the
Wow.
one day we were just Sophie and I and the baby were over at his house, and I was like, hey, you have the Geats driver, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, I brought mine. And he was like, okay. And he was like, I asked him, I was like, do you have Buffa? Because I don't have Buffa. And he was like, yeah, I got Buffa.
Yeah,
and
I
I was
got
like,
Buffa.
bet, let's make this fucking video real quick. Just like, I did it with my
Yeah.
phone. Like it wasn't even like an actual camera. I was just like, let's do it with my phone real quick. Like I just want to do something fun for Geats. And like we both just used
Yeah.
a boost rider buckle or whatever. And like it was nice. It was fun.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if or when me and Zach see each other in person, you already know, the two of us are gonna go crazy with the Henshins.
Oh, hey, Theo's on
Dude.
the. Theo's on the.
Yo.
Oh, the chat.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's been
hey.
here.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I had it maximized the window for us. Sorry.
Dude, one of the
Gassing him
things
up.
one of the things that I've said is that any person I've told Vaughn, Mr. Cooper, I've told him like
Yes.
anytime we meet, I have to film a henshin with him. So like
Dude.
anytime
Oh
we
my
meet,
God,
I'm
yes.
filming a henshin with you guys. I
I
need
just
to.
look forward.
I need to.
I look forward to when like a big group of Toku Twitter people just come together to just create content, because I feel like that's the beauty of conventions. For
Yes.
example, you get to see so many people that you only know from online. Hopefully, they're not like 80 years old and like trying to kidnap you.
Right.
Once we get over that hurdle, then we can start to just hang out. And
That was really
make videos
specific
together.
because I had a fear that you have, good sir.
Well, stranger danger.
Yo, you
No,
never
absolutely.
know. You
But
never
no,
know.
now like my mind's running just with all these thoughts of like we're all getting on like separate planes to meet somewhere like at Power Morphicon, and we have like our suitcases that are closed, boring, who cares? Full ass suitcase full of drivers and gimmicks
Oh, make sure I
that
got my
don't have
belts.
the
the one
tabs
I'm
in,
gonna
and
Gotta
they're all
have my
with me.
activating.
gimmicks. Make sure I got the correct rider that I want to henshin into. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
They're all activating
And the cosplay
inside your
suits. Oh my
suitcase.
god.
Yeah,
People who
dude.
with cosplay suits like going to conventions, I admire them because they got to put so much prep into just making sure that everything they have is there. It's not broken. It won't rip. They have supplies to fix anything. Like it's a whole thing. And
really
they
is a
always
whole
do
thing.
such a great job.
We need to get
Meta
Meta Lucy on here and have him talk about that
Oh
because
my god.
Cal does
yeah.
some amazing stuff with that
Uh-huh.
cosplay stuff.
Seriously. Seriously. No, for real.
No
All right.
no cap.
Do you guys
Period.
like robots? Perhaps
No.
robots.
All right, so thank you so much for watching today's episode. Hope
Thanks,
you guys.
guys.
Have a good night. We chatted quite enough. I'm kidding.
Oh
of
my
course,
God.
I love
robots,
me some
dude.
robos.
Dude, it's so great. And like for a lot of us, we mostly all started with Power Rangers and had no idea, wow, this must be the only thing, until our minds were widened and opened, our third eye to the beauty
Yes.
that is Sentai, It's interesting too, going back and watching older Sentai is like I was always like I was scared to do it because I was like, I'm gonna not like the robos. But older Showa Sentai robos kind of got it going on,
They're kinda
honestly.
fire.
Yeah.
I kind of like
honestly.
them. One that I think of a lot is in Live Man, those robos. That's not one of my ones I talk
Yeah.
about. But
They got good robos.
they do. I really like them. They're very unique.
Yeah. I think some robos that are kind of older were the Jetman robo, like the birds, the flying jets.
Yeah.
All the
Yes.
jets for me, it was like when we watched Jetman, I was like, this is gonna take a little bit to to get like into. I wasn't like hating them, but I was like, it's like a disconnect. Like I get it, but like I'm not in love with it. By the end of the show, I was like, I need Jet Icarus. I need
right
it
now.
Where's Jet Icarus? Why is it not behind me?
Icarus?
You know, like so it's one of those things where like I don't know. I think I have to watch the show and like fall in love with the story and like the characters and the battles to like maybe feel like closer to designs.
You almost fall in love with the mecha themselves. Sometimes in certain seasons, they're even characters. They even have voices and personalities and all of that.
Sometimes you see a mecha right away and you're like, that's the one. I think that's this one over here.
That's me.
This guy. I saw this guy and I was like, I need that.
So
I need
jealous.
that.
I was going to talk about that. Dude.
I got the.
I was going to talk about that.
Face on it. But yeah, no, this one I saw and I was like, I need immediately.
Honestly, like
you have all the perks for Onitaiji and Kiwami, don't you?
Space.
For the with what's his name?
God damn it! I was so jealous.
I had it in that combo for the longest time, but it always just like looked like it was about to tip over, and I was like, I don't fuck with that.
You're like,
they
all right.
They show separately now.
All right, so Jem, we're gonna have you clearly. All your passion you got. You start first with your.
I'm so ready.
However many you want to talk
about. He has the whole shelf ready.
I have a few. I'm just gonna bust this one out first. So I have a few of them in boxes because we moved recently and I haven't taken everything out.
That's okay.
But
and you guys keep your boxes. I don't.
I love keeping boxes.
I keep my boxes too.
So Q-Reno is one of my all-time favorites.
Cosmic
it's one of my
Fury.
Favorites.
Whoa, guys! This is exclusive. Exclusive. Whoa! How did you get the toy so early, Jem? Is this Hasbro?
This is one where like immediately I saw when they released like Q Ranger scans for the mecha and stuff. I was like, I need that. It's like the lights on the Q
Is that a set
for the
that
mecha.
comes with the Caesar Blaster? Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Wow. You don't see that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, like the fact that the blasters, they should do that for Cosmic Fury.
Dude,
you're listening.
Really cool. I don't know if you guys can see it.
So cool. No, yeah, we can see it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Q Ranger, it was a really good season, but one thing that really stood out to me was the mech.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I also have this
that, like,
guy
you
here.
can swap arms and legs.
Yes,
it's like a fun gimmick.
So many cool mechas. I like how again the Q-Tama look. But like you're saying, Frankie, there's so many different ways you can like build the mecha and like have somebody be an arm or somebody be a leg. Arms in this guy's case. But I don't know. I just really like it a lot, and like it's so easy. It's so you just put the Q-Tama into one slot and like that's it, you know.
And that's what I'm really not concerned about. I wouldn't say, but like really like baffled about how they're going to tie in the Q Ranger mecha footage specifically. Because nothing from the suits or the morph or anything has given me anything of where the Q-Tamas are going to come from.
Are they fighting the same? Because if you're going to have the mech fights, surely you're going to have the monsters from the season, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm thinking.
They're growing big.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just like going to do one thing and then all of a sudden,
right.
Guess we got to fight that guy. I mean,
one thing I'm
interested, but it's not storytelling.
Oh, of course. I think I'm really excited for the cockpits because like I really liked Q Ranger's cockpits, and because they're not going to use that footage because they're not using the suits, I'm interested to see what kind of cockpits we're going to be getting in these like
they're going to be standing up
shaped Zords. You know,
they can either go the Beast Morphers route where they copy it to the T,
right,
or they can go the Neo Saban Dino Fury route where they're in a gray box,
right? I mean, like
they're just standing
and like Dino Charge.
Yeah.
And every single Neo Saban.
Not a knock on Dino Charge. I love Dino Charge.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for like solo cockpits, like Kira Major even.
I want
they just like
that isn't gray. That's
yes,
all I'm asking.
That too, like gray, and then the team's logo in the background, like on the front. Or
you mean the lightning bolt, whatever their logo is supposed to be?
Yeah, like whatever dino it is or season,
and have a platform for them to stand on. Because
you know what I noticed about thinking about Q Ranger now thematically? So you know how like when Mighty Morphin did its thing, right, and they went from season 1 to season 2, and it's like, okay, we're still dinosaurs, but our Zords are these things, right? And it's all these mythological beasts. It's the same thing with this combination here because we're going with dinosaurs to Q Ranger stuff, which is all constellation stuff, and that was what Die Rangers were. Die Rangers were constellation things too. I just thought about that like they were the same combination of like what they're using.
Maybe
for
this
the
is why they decided to go for a third season because
it's not going to make any more sense what they choose for their. Oh yeah, the Triceratops, totally a wolf. No, stop it. It's not going to make any sense.
No,
I hate it.
Plus, they still have like dino themed weapons. Like the Tricera is still on.
The helmet is still
the
a
blaster.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
The blaster
So,
is
like,
a dinosaur. Hell, the freaking
I don't
morpher is a
know. I don't
dinosaur.
know.
Triceratops evolved into the.
The more we talk about it, the more I have questions. The more I'm excited to see the show. Honestly.
Mastodon's
Yes.
frog, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm a frog. All right, what's next? Mecha.
The other guy I got here is Go Say Great. It's really great. I think it's a classic.
Yeah, it's underrated
one of those,
too.
When I
very
think about
underrated.
that one,
Thank
I have
you.
to completely block out everything and just think about the Sentai, because if I think
I
too
was just
hard,
gonna say you
I
can't.
think about the
you can't-
others and
you
I
can't.
get
Go see
murderous.
Not Megaforce. Go
That's
see.
why I was like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna bust this one out for the Sentai mechs topic, because like when we're talking about Sentai, this guy for me and for Sophia, like we really love this one, and I mainly got this one for her. I think when we watched Go Sager, she was like really in love with the mecha transformation, and I was like, man, she hasn't really like reacted to like this to any other mechas, and she really liked this one, so I made sure I picked it up. I would never sell that one.
I'll say this: like I was in Target, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, this is around where Megaforce was airing, and I saw the Megaforce mech. I
Right.
fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. Like it was amazing. I bought it. It was not like the normal mainline toy. It was kind of like more like a small figure of the toy that
Yeah.
you can like get a card with, because you know they were selling those cards like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had like a little figure of it, and it was really cute. Like I don't have it anymore, but if I bought it now, I would have probably put it on my shelf because of how nice the design is. You know, like yeah, Megaforce itself has a season. We're just gonna ignore it, but
Say
the
less.
mech, the suits, the mech, the suits, the cards, that is all Go Sager, and that is what I
Yes.
appreciate about it.
You brought
Yeah.
up, Jim, about no, definitely, Frankie, about the boxes and how you like to keep the boxes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Did you lose your shit watching Zenkaiger when Stacy brought out the dark controlled mecha
dark
and they all are summoned
Sentai.
from boxes when he
Yeah.
brings out the mecha?
Oh yeah, you know what? I don't
Mhm.
even remember it, and you saying it now, I'm seeing it, but I don't think I did have a big reaction back then.
Oh really? I thought you would have
No,
been like, oh,
yeah.
the boxes.
Zenkaiger for me was
It's
one of those
definitely
things
a
where
nice
like,
little detail.
yeah, no, it definitely is. But Zenkaiger for me was just one of those seasons where I was just like, I want you to get better, and I'm going to give you the chance every week, and it just let me down. But that's just me personally.
Sure. Sure.
You're the
Yeah.
first person on here to diss Zenkaiger.
Um,
So anyway, we're going
Oh my
to
god, no!
close this.
Don't bring it back! No, no!
Oh my god, that
That
wasn't on purpose. That happened
was
accidentally.
Frankie. No,
It'd
he
be
did it on
crazy if I was like, oh
purpose.
really? Damn, I'm out of here, guys.
he just
out.
leaves the call. Sophia's like, all right, I'm out too.
Yeah, no.
No,
they
okay.
like Zenkaiger.
Like you said,
Oh.
different perspective, different opinions.
Yeah,
We
no,
like
I-
all of them.
I don't hate Zenkaiger, but I don't think it's the best. I think Zenkaiger's fine.
That's fair.
If
That's fair.
anybody talks to me about Zenkaiger, I'll be like, Stacy, my favorite character. But you know, I'll leave it at that.
Absolutely. Do you
Well
have
done.
any more, sir?
I don't have any that I have on me. The way that it's on. Yeah, see, there you go. About Good and Great.
She's
But I
getting
did
so
bring...
excited.
It's just like doing this with the head
yeah.
all the time.
Choose my
I do have a
comment.
couple. I hope I can show. I'm gonna try to present real quick.
Share screen,
Yeah,
yep.
present him.
Share screen. Don't show these tips ever again. StreamYard.
Ever
It's so-
again.
It's
Ever.
so
Think about it.
intense and aggressive with that when it says on it, like a stupid computer.
So VREX Robo is one of mine. I just
Yes.
absolutely love. Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah, we can see.
Awesome. I love VREX Robo. Obviously in Time Force, QREX, all that good stuff. But in Sentai, VREX Robo for me is one of the the best things about Time Ranger. I remember
It's
just
a
being
missile
so,
fist, bro. Like,
right,
what the
exactly.
hell?
Right.
I remember
Right.
it's like because when I go into Sentai, like I obviously have seen Time Force, but like I really wanted to see what Time Ranger was about. And it was one of those things where I just got excited to see this version of QREX, if you will.
Yeah.
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 So that mecha for me is always really, really good. Another one I have here, real quick. Hold on, because I don't want to show you guys VREX Robo again. So I'm gonna. The other one I have.
My mech, real quick.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I just pulled this one up real quick. That's
what's
us. Okay. Can you guys see this one?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we
from
can
the-
see it.
From Go 5? Yeah.
This one,
Go
yeah. Yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's the Life Force Megazord and Lightspeed, but it's literally their last combo, but just black and gold. I fucking love this mecha. It's hands down one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I just like
Beautiful.
the black design on this is just, it just makes it look so sleek. It makes it look powerful, and it makes it look like elegant.
When in doubt, go
even.
with black and gold.
Right. Yeah.
Black and gold is really that combo.
It really is. And then the last one I have is this puppy. It is the Mega Winger from In Space / Mega Ranger. I really, really like this mecha. I wish I could own it just because like I love the mecha version and I love the like plain.
We're getting close with the Zap thing. There's the Zord Ascension project.
Yes.
So
this is probably up next, to be honest.
I would love that. But yeah, those are 3 other ones that I absolutely love, and I love 6th Ranger mechas. If you didn't.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Yes. All right, Frankie, you go ahead because I'm still trying to get my pictures together. My computer is.
Well, I don't have pictures ready, but I'll bring up 3. So the first one I'm gonna bring up is my good old friend, P-Tan.
Oh,
you knew I had to bring up P-Tan. Like, P-Tan is P-Tan, and he's just chilling here. Like, he's been waiting in the corner this whole time to join us.
That's so cute.
I honestly love the design of the light blue and like the gold too. You can see the gold details on P-Tan's wings and shield and even his arms as well. I don't have it combined into his mech form, but I just love the fact that Ryusoulger, as serious as a season that it could be sometimes, went with such a goofy bird. Like even in Down with Fury, unfortunately they didn't really do anything with this design, but they could with the toys that they sold, and it's adorable. Like this is my number one mech design. Like sometimes like I literally just take it out of my display, which is all Ryusoulger stuff, just to have it near my bedside, just so I can like have a friend, because he's just so cute. Look at him.
Yeah, and the mecha version is like so elegant. Like it's such an elegant mecha.
Yeah. Yes. Especially with like its move, like beautiful.
So cool.
Dude, Sophia is so active in our comments. It's giving me so much life. She's like Dragon Caesar. Here, what am I saying here?
Ooh, Dragon Caesar
is so dope. And then
classic.
Mega Winger.
Hold on. Let me pull up 2 photos. Zach, you can show yours.
Oh, okay.
You can come back to me.
So the first one I want to talk about is my little friend, my little boy, Tiramigo.
Let me see.
I love him so much. Oh my god. So it's weird because like for the longest time I was just collecting changers and belts, right? And I was like, God, I keep seeing like Sentai 5 and Bomb with all their mecha, and I'm like, do I want it? Am I gonna? Sure. And so I went for it. And yeah, and so I did, and I got the with the other 2 little, Anki Rose and Triken. I'm not gonna make the Robo right now because it's just too much to do right now. But I just really like the mecha stuff in Ryusoulger. That
what do you mean? It's literally like 4 steps.
Yeah, that's true. It's the way everything connects together is really fun because it's like Legos basically, and I really like that. And I like how the real souls get really big and become like the head of most of everything is really cool. I really enjoy that part of it. But yeah, it's just all the mecha combinations. And my favorite one, I don't have all the pieces for it to do it. And neither do Power Ranger fans for that matter. The Ultrazord, the Primal Ultrazord or whatever that is in Ryusoulger, I can't remember the name. Is a really cool thing, mainly because thematically the story stuff with it, where it's the complete combination of like the land Ryusoul tribe, the sea Ryusoul tribe, and then kind of the air as well, all together as one is really cool. And I do like the deeper story they gave to it in Down of Fury, with it being like, related to trauma for Zato and his team dying and blah, 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 blah. That was cool. If only it would have been just as emotional for the Max Ryusoul Red version they did, but nope, wasn't. Anyway,
they skipped some story beats there. That's fine, I guess.
We're getting there. Mecha's coming together here. And it's just so like, it's so fun to make it. Like to put the pieces together and they just like they snap together real nice. They click, and it's like,
it's so well made. Like with Hasbro's, I bought funnily enough, I actually bought the what is it called? The Terra Freezord for my nephew. And I was comparing both P10 and the Terra Freezord together, and I was just playing around with it, and I realized how just smooth the Japan version of these Zords are, because Down of Fury, I don't know what they were doing. I think it's just the quality of the plastic or anything like that, but it just wasn't clicking on well enough, or it was just too hard. Like you couldn't even
Yeah.
take it off too well.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm grateful that they did it. I got the Japan version because it's
Yeah.
just it's nice and smooth.
Yeah.
Fun little tidbit there with the Ryusou in there. I have 3 separate red Ryusous. So I have like the one that came with my changer, and then I have the one that came with the Mecha. And then up there, if you can see it, maybe a little bit, the handle of it kind of. I also have the Memorial Ryosoken, and that also came with one. So I have 3 of the same one.
I have 2, and I like to have 2 because one is like used for the head of one mech, and then the other one is used to display the Ryusou keys.
Nice. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like the Real Soldier Mecha. I really, really do. I love all the combinations with it, and I think they did a decent job in show of doing them. God forbid we ever get toys of them, ever.
So true.
But okay, so we're gonna
they're
do
just trying their hardest not to, I guess.
Trying so hard.
Because this other one I wish I had, but I will probably not have space ever in a house to contain it. So 1 second here. Share. Is it gonna do it? Yeah. Come on. Yes. There it is. Okay. Here we go. You're seeing everything. Oh God.
Nice.
All right. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, there we go.
It's probably gonna like throw. Oh my God. What did we do? Go back. Stop. No, I hate you. 1 second.
Oh.
There it is.
What did it do to you?
No, not you. My computer. Yes. Gigant Kyoryugen. I love this thing because we already have Bragigas making this like fucking Godzilla ass sized, skyscraper mecha, right? And then they're like, let's just throw all of these beautiful, vibrant ass Kyoryuger mecha on it. And then you get the chant, and it's like the Gigante, and the city's like chanting it to like
everyone was doing it.
Oh,
yeah.
I love
my God, we're in the
Kyoryuger
Matrix
so
right now.
we are. Matrix has us. So yeah, and then you already talked about it. Down Oni Taijin is my other like ultimate.
Oh my
favorite
God.
now.
Yeah,
so
I was gonna
good.
say that one too. I think we all collectively knew that Don Oni Taijin was gonna be brought
It's
up, but
so
I'm glad you
good.
actually have it to show us.
Yeah.
It's such a good mech.
I'm
It's
happy
really,
that
really
you don't
good.
live
Can I
near
just-
me because I would
wait.
try to steal it. But anyway. Actually, I probably wouldn't. Nah, I'd feel bad. Like, no, I was gonna want to play with this. I'm gonna feel like an asshole. Never mind. Yoshi, have you let her play with anything yet?
What's up?
Have you let her
5
play with
months
any of the
She's
mecha or like?
Oh,
anything? All the stuff.
She's played with the rolling vice stamp from Revice. It's just something that I can like.
Yeah, that literally is like a baby
Like,
toy, like the way
It's just like I can roll it on her body, and she could just like hear the noises and like see the lights and stuff. Yeah,
That's
it's
adorable.
It's super fun. Other than that, the just going off now.
I know.
The Geet stuff.
I
The Geet
got a
stuff.
Henshin guy, sorry.
Like every buckle, like I'm always just like, look, stop crying, and then I'll do like a check out this sound, and it'll just like
for
just
all
the
the dads out
adorable.
there, here's a little tip.
there's so many lights on the Desire driver, so like
Go
when you
to
put like
www.
on both sides, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like so
Ooh,
colorful,
I
and
should
she
show
just
my
like loves
niece-
that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should show my niece the Desire driver because of how
Absolutely.
many lights it has. Like it's just
Yeah.
amazing.
It's super
It's so
colorful
cool
and
to look at.
vibrant. Yeah.
Speaking of the Desire driver, were you lucky enough to get any of the like special ID cores from Desert Fair before he stopped?
I was able to get the Tycoon one,
Okay.
but then
Oh.
literally Bandai was like, we're putting it out with every freaking release now, and like we're selling it because like they put out the Tycoon ID core by itself, or like you could get it like
They have
with the what is it?
Command
It's
Command
come
Twin.
coupled with a couple different things.
Oh.
Yeah, Command Twin,
Yeah, it came out with like a few things, and I was like, I literally just got this from Desert Fair.
Wow.
And like,
Me
no,
too.
yeah, I mean, like, we got that from him, and I was super psyched just because, like, I love Tycoon, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I got
Yeah.
my pictures ready. You ready to see?
We
Let's
are.
go.
Number 2
Are
Number
you
2
ready?
is Mr.
Ooh,
Time Robo.
Look at that bad boy.
Look at him. Like, I love the fact that
Thick.
this mech has. Absolutely. He
He is
has
thick.
2 modes, right? He has Alpha and
Yeah.
he has Delta.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Delta, right? The Delta.
Alpha,
form?
test it up there.
Al-
Yeah. This is Alpha.
You're right. I can't read. But yeah, like it's just so good. Like not only
Wait a minute.
is the
You
design
can't
amazing-
read, but you watch these shows with subtitles.
Who said I watched them with subtitles?
Oh,
I go to
You're
Japan.
watching
I go to Japan so
Raw.
much.
Fluent
I've
in
just been
Japan.
there.
on TV in Japan.
The moment it's live on TV, I'm just watching and I understand everything they say.
I need to interrupt us for this quote real quick, for this comment. Oh my goodness. Not that. Sorry. This one.
I was like,
This.
for a
He
heart.
loves watching him do poses.
Yeah, yes, that is a thing.
Aw.
I'm constantly doing poses.
Does she give you views for your Henshin videos? And she loves to watch you pose?
No, she
No,
gets them
she got
behind
that
the
for
scenes.
free.
You know,
Yeah,
she
she
got
like, comment,
she
subscribe.
gets the free content.
Yeah,
All right, go
she
ahead,
gets
Frankie.
the free content. Yeah, no, I'm saying like not only is the design amazing, but it's also just fun to play with. Like I don't have this mecha personally, but it's the way that you could like make the arms legs, make the legs
Yes.
arms, and just flip everything around, and it looks so different from each other.
Oh yeah.
Like going back to Kurama now, like you can flip the arms and legs, which is a fun gimmick, but it basically looks the same. Like you're just
Yeah.
swapping it in different places. Same with Resoldier, right? You can put this arm on top of here if you really
Right.
wanted to. There's nothing stopping you from that. But
Mhm.
with kind of made P10 fall. But with this, you can change it up and it will look like a completely different mecha, which is absolutely
Yes.
crazy to me. It's just so fun.
Yeah.
Very
So I got one more, and that is drumroll please. Lupin Kaiser.
Yeah.
Now, I was kind of like debating with myself whether or not I should show this because Lupin Kaiser isn't like the craziest mecha design out there, and
Mhm.
sure I could like go with the easy way of going with a mech that I've watched from in a season that I've completed, but there's just something wholesome about Lupin Kaiser that I just wanted to include him anyway because
Like his little dial top hat. I love it.
yeah, it's
It's my
amazing.
favorite thing.
I will say
Really
though,
cool
I will
touch.
say though, I wish the faces popped out a little bit more with
Yeah,
both
they're a little
Lupin
hidden.
and Pat Kaiser.
Yeah.
They're like very like this is the head and then this is the. Like, I want them to
Yeah.
be like a little bit more like bigger,
Don't
but
mind
whatever,
me.
it's fine.
I'm still on here. I'm just grabbing something. It's
Definitely agree.
No, you're just running away from me because you don't like my opinion. You see, Jem, this is what I have to do with every day. I'm kidding. So yeah, and then the fact I don't have Pat Kaiser here, but I like it just as much as Lupin Kaiser
Yeah.
because they're. Are you good, Zach?
Hey, what's up?
Like
I was gonna talk
You
about this
see,
from
like-
Kaiser.
I'm talking and you're over here like, like
Choking.
I said I was
Be
getting
real.
up. But I like this one too. I like that when Zenkaiser got his own little mecha.
Make it the
It was
gun.
so
Make it the
dumb.
gun. I didn't even know you
Oh.
had that.
I took the batteries out.
Who are
so
you gonna
don't, like,
spawn in?
Everybody, whole family.
Wow. Look at that thing.
You know how I got
Wow.
it? So the wondrous Ballin on our Toku Twitter circles, right? And
Yeah.
so he where am I gonna sit this now? Jesus Christ, I don't have any room. There we go. It's fine. So he did this thing. He does this thing every year where he just like straight like has people post wish list and he'll like randomly select people and get stuff for them. So as a joke, I was like, because no, that's what it was. It was a sale on collectibles, and he was like, if anybody wants anything, let me know. Blah blah blah. I didn't think he would
That's
actually do anything. I posted. I was like, blah 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 that, and he's like, okay. And I was like, wait, what? I didn't believe him. And then like 3 days later, it showed up because like he like asked for information. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, this is a joke.
Wow.
We didn't even know each other that well. He just straight sent it to me. He's like, I hope you enjoy this. It's a really cool mecha. Blah blah blah. I was like, thank
That's
you.
so sweet.
That's awesome.
Aw.
Yeah, I can't get rid of that
So
ever.
what's their contact information?
You know what? Hoping little sneak peek for the show. We're hoping to have him next week to proclaim the good faith of Kamen Rider Dragon Knight to the masses.
Wow.
So yeah,
Let's
Yes.
ride.
dude, absolutely. Oh my god,
Kamen
Yeah.
Rider.
dude, I love it. It's for next week though. It's fine. Mechas in Sentai are so cool. I love the combinations. I love all the
When you
different
think
parts
of
you can
Power
put
Rangers
together.
Sentai, you think of the mech.
Absolutely.
You know? It's
Some
one of
really
the
great
things
designs.
You gotta have. You gotta have.
And I
the
like how
morphers, you
here and
gotta have
there
the suits,
you get the bits
gotta
from
have the
Kamen Rider where they have mecha things kind of sometimes, like the stuff in Gaim with
Yeah,
the
like
big ass
01.
watermelon
The
robot.
watermelon. Yeah.
yeah. And sometimes even when Sentai does a crossover with Kamen Rider, when like for example Den-O and Tokutuber,
Yeah.
that was really funny to see
That
the
was
way that they
filmed.
incorporated their two train gimmicks, or
Yeah.
themes with each other. So
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope mechas stay strong. Like for Cosmic Fury, I'm glad that they are doing something with Q Ranger, but I'm just curious to see how they're gonna do it because it raises a lot of questions, right? And Power Rangers is going down this path of doing things themselves with original footage and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to know, like, how are you gonna adapt these toys, or sorry, not toys, mech, and how will we even get toys with them?
Interesting. Yeah,
I
like are they going to
wonder.
release some Q Ranger toys?
Are we gonna get Q-Tamas or something like that? You know. We'll just
Also,
have
what are
to
they
wait.
called?
Yeah,
Cosmic
exactly.
Fury Orb.
Dino Orb active.
Yeah. How do you activate it?
I'm not even gonna start off, I'm sure.
Just gotta destroy it.
You just break it every time in your
Cosmic
hands.
Fury Orb.
Someone's like, I have 40 behind me. That's why the series is so short, because they have like a limited
They
amount
have
of.
so
They
many.
develop a morphin
So they-
grid energy drug problem throughout. It's like
Yeah.
the dust from the
What
crutch
was
door.
They get
that?
addicted to Cosmic Fury.
Oh
Yes.
hell no!
They
I
get
think
cosmically fury.
No, wait a minute.
Toku sugar.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And I,
Yes,
and
go
I
talk
think
about
now
it.
is the time to end the episode. Thank you again so much for joining us this time around, Jem. It really
Dude,
does mean a
absolutely.
lot to us to have you on. Again, like, we wanted you for so long, so to have you here and to just talk about different things and perspectives and mech, like, big love to you, man. I hope that we
Absolutely.
get
Thank you
to
for
do
having
more
me.
stuff with you in the future, you know?
Dude.
Maybe
Hell
in
yeah.
person on your channel. You just hit
Hell
us up
yeah.
and we can do it.
Dude, collaboration
100%.
however you want. You want collaboration on a Henshin video. You want a whatever. Like, we got you. We'll make it happen.
Love that.
Absolutely.
Literally, if we ever see each other at a con, just know we have to film something.
I'm
Drop
ready to
everything
talk
we're
to you.
doing.
We have to.
Are you a
film.
hugger? Are you a hugger?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm hugging you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna hug you.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. For sure. I'm so excited. but
just
yeah,
Talking
thank
to
you
each
for
other
having
like,
me on, guys.
Henshin.
I'm really I'm glad we can make it happen, and I appreciate y'all having me on for real.
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
Of course.
It's an honor.
And in the future, if you want to come back, come right back.
Hell
We're gonna
yeah.
talk about some more stuff together. You know,
So down.
always open, always open. Yes,
So
so
down.
again,
I would be
thank
down
you
to
so
come back.
much.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
No.
Do you have something to say?
No, I fucked up.
What?
This is
I was just gonna be like, yo, I'll come back for King Oger, honestly.
Absolutely.
Honestly?
Yeah. We got to
You're
talk
booked.
about those mecha eventually because I'm liking bugs a
Yup.
I
lot.
was gonna bring it up, but I'm gonna save that for another time.
Yeah.
Because we see some toys now. We know how they work. Another video, another episode. We'll talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But yes,
Absolutely.
before I was interrupted. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you like what we do, if you want to listen for more, go ahead and subscribe. Comment down below about some topics that you would like for us to talk about. And thank you for supporting us on Spotify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. There we go. For because it really means a lot to us that you guys are tuning in that way as well. And if you want to be a guest on the show, you can go ahead.
She was talking
Ballin'
about
on
Ballin.
me.
That's what she meant when she said Toku Sugar Daddy.
Right. She tried to save that, but she meant what she said the first time. She just
That's how Jem
because
hooked her. He's like,
because we
listen,
spotlighted it.
listen, we've hung out a few times,
Jen
but
was like texting
girl, tell me what
behind
mecha
him.
you
He's
want.
like, "Can you please delete that?"
Lee, tell me what mecha you want, and I can make it happen.
Under the tail, it's texting.
Oh. So
That's how they
tune in
met.
for more. Oh my god! But again, you can hit us up on Twitter if you want to be a part of our episodes, either on our personal accounts or the Henshins and Homies Twitter account itself.
And definitely subscribe to this beautiful man down here, this
Uh-huh.
family man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Not even just on
Putting
YouTube,
out
on
that
TikTok
content.
too.
On TikTok,
Mhm.
on Twitch, like anywhere,
On Twitter,
Facebook,
YouTube.
I don't know.
He's everywhere. Yeah. Do it. You should be doing it
Do
right
it.
now. Did you do it?
You do.
Okay,
Did you? We're gonna find out, and we'll kill you.
We're
if
gonna
you-
be knocking. Whoa!
Sorry.
I didn't say kill.
I am
I
very
just-
passionate
I
about our
was gonna
friends.
I was gonna knock on your door and ask, "Have you subscribed yet?" With my little clipboard.
I don't have special effects, but I have a knife.
That's Zach. I'm like good cop, he's bad cop.
On a special thing on your life.
Okay, thank you, Zach. What my partner is trying to say is, would you please kindly? That's literally gonna be us. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this episode. Hopefully, we're gonna have a special guest next time. We'll keep you posted on Twitter, so go ahead and follow us there. Until then, take care of yourself, stay safe, and always keep on henshining.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Henshin. Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
There we go.